just a bloke in a bar.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Packer Up Boys, proudly brought to you by Grumpy Coffee. Go to grumpycoffee.com.au, grab your coffee. It'll get to your house on a work day, 24 to 48 hours, and it is the best coffee in the land. I've already finished mine today. And we got whole bean, we got ground, and we got pods. Highly rated coffee. You will not be disappointed. And also, don't forget Aussie footy shorts. We've got a limited edition on there at the moment with footy shorts with pockets, but even they got a 1,000 different designs. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. If you need footy shorts, go to Aussie Footy Shorts website and grab them. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. It really does help the show. But anyway, Matty, how you been, bro?
Good. I didn't know if you knew this. I just saw it pop up. Apparently, I thought Pappenhausen was a grade 2, but apparently he's gone for next week.
Really?
NRL.com is just saying Hughes Pappenhausen finals blow. Pappenhausen, obviously Hughes is out. We all knew that,
Yeah.
but will be out without Pappenhausen for next week's qualifying final.
Wow.
And Nass is obviously suspended as well.
Far along or...
Wow.
So, wow, the Dogs, what a chance
What
that
a
they
chance.
have. No Hughes, no Pappenhausen. That's half the spine.
That's crazy.
Wow. Far out.
I'm going to keep reading this article. I swear it came up as category 2.
Yeah, the commentator said Cat 2 as well. And to be honest, like, I don't want to say it didn't look that bad. It definitely looked bad, but he still offloaded as he was hitting the ground. So it wasn't like he was, and I know concussion is very weird, like sometimes delayed, whatever, but like usually with Cat 1, like they are out. I don't know, I know people go, oh, what about Pappy's history? So I understand all that. I'm just saying, like, he's still offloaded. So you thought probably a Cat 2. Hope he's all good, the big fella. Fuck, that's no good.
Yeah, I mean, for a while he hasn't, but he did have a couple going there.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, this is an opportunity for far longer. Like these are the chances sometimes where the passing of the guard happens. Or is it the passing of the guard? I think it's passing of the guard. But these are sometimes like that happens. Like someone gets one of the best players in the team gets injured. Also, you know, Pappy struggling for form a little bit recently. Then a young gun comes in finals footy and plays really well.
Passing of the guard was
Passing
correct.
of the guard. So, look, I don't know if that will happen, but if as a young player, like, here's your opportunity. Here's your opportunity. You come out and kill it in week 1 of the finals. It's going to make it really hard for Bellamy to go, especially with Pappy. He hasn't been playing that well lately.
Yeah.
So, huge opportunity for him.
I tell you what, Fa'alogo, if he's nervous, you certainly won't see it. He looks full of confidence whenever he takes that field. So
100%, absolutely. So I think the one thing that they will miss with Pappy is just his organisation. Like, as far along as attack is unbelievable. It's as good as any fullback, really, at least with ball running. But just Pappenhausen's communication behind the ruck and moving blokes about, it's going to be, hopefully, far along can sort that out. We'll just get straight into it because I know people just they don't want to hear about fucking conspiracy theories and YouTube channels and algorithms. Let's get straight into it. The Broncos, glaze mode activated. Glaze mode activated. All you sooks always going to talk about the Broncos for fucking 20 minutes. Beat it. Beat it. We had a great win last night. I'm going to glaze the fuck out of these blokes. I'm going to glaze them so they can't fucking stand, baby. Okay, that was kind of weird. But anyway, glaze mode activated. Broncos defeat the Melbourne Storm. Man, I'm so happy for these boys. The thing I'm most happy about is, like, them fulfilling their potential. Like, this is what you can be. This is how great you can be. This playing roster, this is the kind of performances that you can put on when you fucking hold the ball, you roll the sleeves up, and you graft a victory. And that's exactly what happened last night. And we'll get into individuals, but they played like what that jersey deserves. And in the the 90s and the early 2000s, Broncos were always known as arrogant, cocky, but they backed it up. And that's why everyone hates the Broncos. And I get it. I understand why fans hate the Broncos. But that's why you hated them even more, because they were so arrogant. They were so cocky. They thought they were better than anyone else. But then they would go out and show it. And I think the Broncos last night, they were arrogant. They were cocky. They were physical. In their minds, they knew they were better. Now, whether that's true or not, it's irrelevant. They played like a genuine Brisbane Broncos side. Any Bronco generation would be proud of that performance. I think it was absolutely outstanding. Michael Maguire, take a bow. Like, his ability to get teams up for big games is unbelievable. Like, it's just amazing. And I know there's some people Storm fans that try to go, oh, we were missing Harry Grant and we were missing this player. It's like, come on, like, we're missing players too. Let's just pump the brakes on that stuff. It was an amazing victory. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, but you're missing Harry Grant because he got suspended.
Yeah.
So he didn't get injured. So you can't
We're
use that
missing
one.
Selwyn, Willison, Mam, and Reynolds. So, like, both teams are missing players.
Yeah. Wow. At the start of the year, and not the start of the year, like before the season started, and then in the middle of the year, there were people saying, definitely not me, definitely not you either, but there were people saying that these Broncos players are weak-minded and they can't cop with what Madge does. Well, this week was just another week of turmoil for the Broncos, with Shibasaki rocking up to training and getting stood down. Good to see the team galvanised by that, first of all. This whole Reece Walsh ridiculous shit, which turned out to be the funniest thing ever. But they galvanised. They fully galvanised to put in the performance of their season. And it was, I'm not going to lie, I gave them not next to no chance, but I was very confident Storm were going to win that game. Very confident, especially after Storm got embarrassed by the Roosters last week.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is just an incredible performance. Now, obviously, they need to back it up, but just enjoy it while it's here. Just enjoy it while it's here. And I'll be honest, like, it's one of the first games in a very long time, and I'm talking years, where I got to about the 50th minute, and I was like, you know what? I backed the boys to not beat themselves. Whereas often when you watch the Broncos as a Broncos fan, you're like, oh, when's this stupid pass going to happen? When's the knock-on going to happen? When's the kick on second tackle going to happen? Watching last night, it was one of the first times I'm going, no, I got faith these boys, they're going to graft their way to a victory here. They're not going to play silly. They're going to make the right decisions. They're going to put Reece Walsh in the right positions. Just an outstanding performance. I'm so happy for the playing roster. They deserve that. They would have worked their absolute backsides off. They're in the top 4 now. They're 2 wins away from a grand final. 2 wins away. And although they won't be favourites against the Raiders, mate, I give them every chance. It's 50-50 for me. Genuinely, I think it's a 50-50. And I know I'm biased because obviously I'm a Broncos fan, but I think that they can go toe-to-toe with the Raiders. And I understand betting-wise, Raiders will be favourites, and they deserve to be, absolutely. But I don't think it's a huge hill to climb for the Broncos. I think them at their best can go toe-to-toe with the Raiders. Whether it's a lose by 4 points or win by 4 points, I think them at their best can go toe-to-toe.
I agree for sure. I reckon it's a hard task going down to Canberra, obviously, and geez, they'll be up for it. They've had the week off this week. They'll be well rested. Obviously, the Broncos put a lot of energy into this game. So, yeah, without looking too far to next week, I reckon I'll be tipping Canberra, I think, and I reckon, you know, if Brisbane are over $2.20, I reckon that's pretty good value, because I reckon it's close to 50-50 as well. It's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be the game of the weekend for sure. Not even close.
Think about how physical it's going to be.
Yeah, it's not even close. Like, the Storm Dogs game will be great as well. But, yeah, it's really intriguing, this Raiders-Canberra Raiders. Like, I'm probably going to get proven wrong here, but when's the last time Raiders have played Broncos in a finals game?
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you. And, like, it's just the yarn about it as well. Like, these were the 2 teams from the 90s, like, that just for some reason never played in a grand final. They've got so much history being the best 2 teams of the 90s. I'm so excited for next week. I can't wait.
There's storylines too. Madge was an assistant coach at the Raiders for a bit.
Sorry, can I just say one thing? I just had a thing on Facebook pop up, like, memories. 8 years ago, 5th of September 2017, it was me posting about Madge because he just got sacked from South.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said, 2014, the long-awaited premiership, best day of my life, never forget, thank you, Madge. But, 8 years 8 years later, he's in a much better spot. He's taken the biggest team in the comp to a top 4 when they didn't even make finals last year. It's a fantastic achievement. And I've said it a million times, people get sick of it, I don't care. I owe Madge, as a footy fan, absolutely everything. The Rabbitohs, the Blues last year, seeing him in the box last night and Reynolds sitting behind him, like, I was going for Melbourne because I tipped him, but at the end of the game, I was so happy for him. Yeah,
it's unbelievable. Like, what Michael Maguire, he has really put to bed the yarn about he's too old school. He's too old school, and that's coming from a guy that even at the Tigers, I felt he probably was a little bit too old school. Now, look, maybe I'm totally wrong because I'm not there each day. I just look at, like, what I can see and make that, I guess, that judgment. I have always said I feel like he's way too smart of a coach to not evolve, and I think he has. I really think he has. Like, think about the knife's edge you would have had to walk with this younger generation of the Broncos. Like, they are different, and they are, you know, some would call them arrogant, some would call them cocky. They're just a new generation of players that you would have to treat differently. And he's walked a fine line. He's kept all the old school stuff. He's moulded them into grafters, but he's kept the attacking flair that they have, which would be super hard to do.
Yeah, and not without drama. Like, there's been Broncos have been the most drama-fueled team all year, besides maybe the Tigers.
Yeah, like mid-year, it was like panic stations. Yeah, like Ken Madge coach anymore. And I think that again, I don't know what goes on between the four walls, but I think he got to the mid-year and he probably did go, you know what, I'm just going to pull back a little bit, just a little bit, give these young boys, I mean, these players, they're a bit older now, give these young men a bit of time to breathe and feel free, and then I'll probably tighten the reins again come finals time. And he's just timed it perfectly. He has just timed it perfectly.
So round 13, remember that really bad loss to Manly? They lost 34-6. They're 10-2 since then.
Crazy.
10-2, and the two losses were a 2-point loss to the Eels, which was a good game and great upset. Para played great that day, and the other loss to Melbourne when the halves got injured.
Wow.
That's
amazing.
crazy. That was their fourth loss in a row against Manly, and it was diabolical scenes.
Yep.
And how he's turned it around is phenomenal.
So good. And I'll be the first to say, when they rocked up in round one and they were rock hard fit, I was like, the only negative I can see happening is they run out of steam at the back end of the year. It's been the complete opposite. They lulled in the middle of the year and they've just roared into form towards the end of the year. So the thing is now, and this is going to be, I trust Madge to be able to do this because he's just been so good, but it's about keeping a cap on this excitement with this side, not allowing them to go, we're the man now, let's just spin it out of our own end, let's do chip chases. The formula is there, complete high, and you have the attacking flair to make sure that you take advantage of that. So that'll be his hardest challenge, is making sure everyone stays calm and collected and sticks to the game plan. In regards to individual performances, you've got the obvious one of Reece Walsh. This kid, ever since that game where it looked like he was frazzled and he was just too energetic, he just seems to have calmed his mind off the field.
Was that against Melbourne as well?
Yeah, it was against Melbourne.
It was, yeah.
Where it was just too much. Like, you could see he was trying, and I always got to give him so much credit. I love the fact that Reece Walsh never believes he's beaten. But since that game, whatever has happened off the field to get he looks so much more focused. He looks like he has so much more time with the ball. Like, we haven't seen, like, he's thrown one intercept. Outside of that, he hasn't really thrown any silly balls. Like, I know there's been a couple of forward passes here or there, but there haven't been any balls where you're like, bro, why would you throw that? Like, and I just think that whatever they've done off the field, Walsh deserves massive credit just to get his mind focused and locked in and still energetic, but calm energetic. He has just been next level. Like, every part of his game, whether it's his kicking, whether it's his ball running, his ball playing, he has just been tearing teams to just absolute bits. It's just so good to watch. Like,
he'd be the player of the comp over the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh, easy. Like, no player is doing what he's doing right now. Like even in Tommy Turbo's best year, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying as good as that, but he wasn't kicking 40-20s. You know what I mean? He wasn't putting bombs up. Like, that's how much Reece Walsh has weapons to his arsenal, is that he can take a hit up, he can kick a 40-20, he can chip chase, he can, it's just, mate, he is so special. So I just think it's just good to see. It's just good to see for Walsh. I'm so happy that he's playing as well as he did. Payne Haas is another one that's just like, bruh.
What do you say about
greatness?
What do you say about it?
What can you say about this guy? What can you say about this guy? I mean, the only thing you can say is, like, he's one of the very few players that is owed a premiership from his club. Like, very rarely would you say a player is owed a premiership. Usually it's the other way around. Like, the players owe the club the premiership because they were given the opportunity that's on to wear that jersey. Payne Haas is one of the very few players, maybe Cam Murray's the other one, that is owed a premiership from the club. I hope they can give it to him because he is individually, I know that you can look at pairings like Fish and Leota as the greatest pairing of all time. Like, I think the stats, they're there. You can't, but individually, I just think he's the greatest front row of all time. Like, individually, or what he can do on a footy field. Now, if you want to go, okay, but look at what Glenn Lazarus did in regards to as a team, then obviously he's one of the greatest of all time because he could lift the team to do it. Now, granted, he probably had a better team around him than what Haas has right now. But so if you want to talk about team stuff, there are better front rowers than Payne Haas. But you want to talk about purely what you can do on a footy field as a front rower, I think he's the greatest.
He's one of one. He's one of one. It's as simple as that. And the funny thing is, I actually had this opinion last year, and this has been his best year. And he's only getting better. Like,
had his Origin series where he's great.
Yeah, like, hasn't he won like 6 or at least 5 player of the matches at the player of the years at the Broncos?
Yeah, craziness.
And he's a
front rower.
He's a front rower that debuted at age 18.
Mental.
It's absolutely wild. Last night I was watching at my sister's house, and they show him like with 10 minutes to go. The game was done. Game was dead, and he's on the bike. And I'm thinking, oh, what a beast. He definitely deserved that rest. 5 minutes later, he's taking a hit up.
Craziness.
What are you doing?
Mate, it's just, he is the best. And like, just everything going on in that poor bloke's life. Like I shouldn't say poor bloke because he wouldn't want to be a victim. His mental strength, his mental ability to compartmentalize whatever is going on and go out there and do what he needs to do. Like during Ramadan when he's not eating all day and everything. Like there are so many things that should distract him that don't. Like his mental toughness, his mental fortitude to be able to block that out. Like all the things that have happened in his life, one of those things can derail a lot of people's careers.
Yeah.
He goes out and plays the best on the field regardless of what's happening. And honestly, not much worse stuff can happen outside of footy that's happened to this guy. And he still turns up every day and delivers that. Like, it's just incredible.
Like, not only does he have every excuse in the world to take one less run, make one less tackle, not even turn up one day. Not only does he not use the excuse, he's the best player on the field every week.
Like every week.
Best forward on the field, every week.
It's just incredible. Absolutely incredible. But the one I want to speak about, it's Billy Walters.
Yeah.
Like, this guy, he had every reason to be kicking rocks at the start of this year because it's your father. You have every right to not be rational about your father being moved on from the club. And it wasn't like it was a clear decision that, like, any reasonable Broncos fan would say, I don't know whether it was, at the time, I'm not sure whether it was the right decision. We made a grand final. Yes, last year we had a lot of injuries. So he had every right to be like, this is bullshit, but he didn't. He put his head down. And even before the season started, there were so many articles hinting to him being pushed back down the pecking order. He didn't let it get to him. He didn't sook. He didn't kick rocks. He put his head down. He worked his absolute backside off. And outside of Payne Haas, he would be my player of the year for the Broncos, outside of Payne Haas. Now, granted, Reece Walsh has moved into that with his incredible last 6 weeks. But over the whole year, tell me another guy that's been as consistent as Billy Walters.
Yeah, you know those awards you get at the end of the year where it's like, it's not the player of the year, but they give it to, maybe it's like members player of the year or coaches award or whatever the hell it is. He'll get like one or two of them.
He has to. He has been phenomenal. And he has been, sometimes less is more. And he's understood that Reece Walsh is the point of the spear. He's understood that Benny Hunt is just below him when it comes to attacking flair. So Billy Walters just said, you know what? I'm going to make my tackles and then I'm just going to inject myself every now and then to tear a team apart, and he does it perfectly. I just think that he deserves so much credit for just keeping his head straight on keeping his focus on the task at hand rather than allowing all this external noise. And I'm sure Kevy's spoken to him too and said, mate, don't worry about it. I want you to go out and be as great as you can be. And so I just think Billy Walters deserves a massive rap. He has been absolutely incredible. He's played so many different positions for us, 14, 9, 6, whatever we need, he's jumped in. I just think he deserves a lot of credit. It would have been, like, think about how hard it would be to rock up to the next preseason and your old man's been moved on from something. Like, this would be tough. And anyone that says it wouldn't be tough, do you not love your old man? Like, love is irrational.
Yeah.
You can tell them all you want that, okay, this was the right decision and here's all the reasons for it. You're not going to be rational about your family. You wouldn't be expected to. So
I actually reckon it's even like, I don't know if this is right. But this is my memory of it. I don't think he was meant to be in that round one team because Moser got injured, and
that was the talk.
Yeah, so like he probably spent the preseason not even sure if he was even going to play.
That was the talk, and a lot of the articles that he was down the pecking order.
Yeah,
that was genuinely the talk. Moser gets injured, he takes his opportunity with both hands. And Michael Maguire, I've said it before, but I think he deserves a lot of credit too. The easiest thing for him, like any new CEO, head coach, or whatever, comes in and they usually go, okay, I need to get rid of any connection to the old regime. And the easy option would have been, listen, sitting down with Billy and said, listen, man, it's probably best for us both. If you can find another club, we'll give you time to do it. Maybe you should find another club. But he didn't. He was true to his word, Michael Maguire, and he said to the entire team, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from, whatever's going on. I'm going to pick the 17 blokes that work the hardest. And he's paid dividends with that. So I think they all just deserve a massive rap for that. I really do.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's crazy what he's done. And you're right. My round one team compared to what the round one team actually was, like Shibasaki.
Crazy.
Piakura was in my team to start the year. He wasn't this year. There was another one I can't remember. Walters. Sorry, Walters. Yeah.
Yep.
And he's just. I remember thinking, come on, mate. Like Shibasaki, are you serious?
Yeah.
It's crazy, and yeah, full credit to him.
Yeah, he's just been so good.
I remember I'm going to say 2012. Isaac Luke, one of South's best ever players. he benched him for like the last quarter of the year. And I remember everyone was up in arms and Isaac Luke had a problem with the last coach, Jason Taylor. And I remember thinking, I hope this doesn't, sorry, not the last coach, the coach before. And I remember thinking, bloody I hope we keep him, blah, blah, blah. And he just kept him on the bench for enough time. And then in the finals, boom, brought him back on. And since then, like his career's got 2 halves, Isaac Luke. Yeah. That and after. It's just a full credit to Madge.
Yeah. Madge's resume right now is looking like, I hate to bring it up, but New South Wales fans must be going, I wish we'd locked him up for fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
I know he would have still gone. I get all that, but he's almost made for Origin, Madge, you know?
Yeah, he is. But like, maybe I'm biased because I just love Madge so much.
You want him to do what
I want him to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm in the minority there. I know I am. I know a lot of Blues fans are pissed off that he left.
Yeah. But like, I think most Blues fans get it.
They get it.
You get an opportunity to coach the Broncos. Yeah. So it's just amazing. I'm so happy for Madge. And the one chance I did get to just interact with him at the grand final last year, I think, he was just so passionate. Like, he was so passionate about becoming the head coach of the Broncos, so passionate about winning again. Like, you could see he was chill, but you could see the intensity there. Like, this was a man on a mission, and top 4 finish, man, with everything that's going on. I just think he deserves a massive rap. I mean, they all deserve a massive rap.
They all played.
I thought Paddy Carrigan had one of his better games in a long time. Just straightened up his attack. I thought Karapani. Like, where's that come from? Like, he's always had talent, but to get that out of him. I thought Jesse Arthurs was good as well. It's funny. They definitely listen to the podcast. No, clearly not, but they used the same tactic that I said. A few weeks ago when you were asked, how would you stop Xavier Coates? I said, just give the penalty away.
Yeah, true.
That's what they did. They just said, fuck it, let's just give penalties away. Because A, they're not going to ping us every time, but B, it's really the only way Storm are scoring points at the moment. Like, obviously there were other tries that they scored, but really, like, at the moment, Storm are just going, we're out of answers in attack. We just kick it to Coates. And obviously they got that one try with Katoa. It's going to be interesting how the refs handle this because, it is a tactic that really does nullify a lot of what the Storm are offering right now. And as long as you make it look legit, like the first one that Tony Staggs did, I was like, oh my God, that's close to a professional foul.
Yep.
But as long as you just make it look legit, it's going to be very hard for the refs to do anything more than penalise. Like, you can't all of a sudden send in blokes 10 in the bin because they decide to escort someone more than 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, and they'll be even less inclined to do it in a finals game.
Yeah, so it's like, how do you handle that? Like, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But again, great coaching from Michael Maguire. Like, to just say, no, we'll just give penalties away. We'll just escort them off the field, the run the whole time, and he nailed it.
You bring up Coates. I want to bring up 2 things. Firstly, what about Reece Walsh's hit?
Oh, mate.
That was insane. Like, you just know Reece Walsh is having a good... I know that was late in the first half, but he's on when he's doing stuff like that. But the second one, what about how fast Karapani is when he took that intercept at the end of the game?
Yeah.
And Coates chased him.
No, it was Warbrick. It was Warbrick.
Oh, was that Warbrick?
Yeah, it was Warbrick. Coates probably catches him. Coates probably catches him.
I thought it was Coates.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Warbrick. But you're like, I reckon Coates probably... gets close. He gets close.
Well, that's why I thought... How is he not catching him here?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was Coates, my bad. But he's still quick, Karapani.
No, absolutely. Especially, he's not known as a speedster. My boy, Piakora, finally. That's the Brendan Piakora we know. That's the guy that's been highly touted as one of the better back rows coming through. A really simple, non-complicated game. Didn't try to kill anyone with, crazy shots, but he was tackling hard, he ran hard, he simplified his game. Tackled hard, run hard. All the other stuff, it'll come eventually. But if you go out there, lay the foundation for your game, lay the foundation for your career, that's what you can do. I thought he was outstanding.
It's a different Piakora to the bloke that got dropped to the bench in round 1, came on, got sin-binned, and just looked like he was a bit in the wilderness for a bit. And, now he's killing it.
Yep, absolutely. Tony Staggs, great again. Oh, just all of them. Just so proud. Just so happy for them. Like, they deserve this. They've worked their backside off all year. Everyone said when Madge arrived, they're too soft. There's going to be all these players. Like, everyone said it. It was everyone in every news. And I'll be honest, even I thought there'd be 1 or 2 players that wouldn't be able to handle Michael Maguire. So I'm not sitting here saying I knew all along. I was wrong too. This playing group, everyone said they were too soft for Madge. They've stood up. They've delivered. They deserve a massive, massive rap for it. They've been absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding.
30 years since the Broncos have played the Raiders in a finals game.
Wow.
1995.
Far out. Far out. So, yep. Glaze session of the Broncos is over, guys. Glaze session is over. We'll get to the Melbourne Storm. What's interesting is how, look, we won, so I'm not, but how much the Storm slowed the ruck was unbelievable. And I'm not talking shit either. So usually the play the ball speed is anywhere from, if it's down at 3.2 average, it's like origin quickness. Usually they try to land, the refs and that, around 3.5. And if it's 3.8, you're starting to get slow. Okay, so the Melbourne Storm averaged 3.4 seconds per play the ball. What do you reckon the Broncos' average play the ball speed was?
I'm going to guess it was far quicker.
4 seconds.
What?
4 seconds. That's how much they slowed the ruck up.
Wow, that was not what I was expecting.
Yeah,
Jeez.
4 seconds. That's the most I've ever seen. That's the slowest average play the ball I've ever seen.
Wow.
That's how much they slowed the ruck up. Crazy. And that's why there were so many penalties. There were like a million penalties because Storm were just like, we're just going to do it until, I don't know, the ref doesn't want to blow a penalty anymore. So 15 penalties, 10, 5, 17 penalties for the Melbourne Storm and 15 for the Broncos. And 3 of the inside 10 was in that one set. I couldn't believe that. I understand that's the 3 penalties in a row. That's the rule that's been set this year, but they never do it. And then they just decide in one of the biggest games of the year, we're going to ping Broncos for the first time they do it. Meanwhile, the set before, Storm did the exact same thing. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it feels like with certain rules that they'll just
bring it up out of nowhere. Like Disruptor. That was done. We were all just like, how good's that? And then last week, the Tigers, they're in the balance about, they might beat the best team in the comp in the Raiders. And then they just call it Disruptor. It's just like, I just don't get it. I like the rule of if you get 3 infringements, it's 10 of them in. I like the rule.
Yeah.
Just be consistent about it, though.
Yeah.
Like, that came out of nowhere, especially the Storm literally, 2 sets before that, did the exact same thing. Anyway, with that aside, we'll get into the Melbourne Storm.
Quickly, what do you think about the Storm getting penalised for not having a ball?
Well, the ball was there. There was a ball there. I know there wasn't a ball in that thingo, but, unfortunately, there was a ball there. And also, I know, Pappy was turning to the ref and going like that, but he could have still sprinted and he had time to kick, but he was too busy doing that. So unfortunately, it's a penalty for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Is it good that there was no ball in the bucket or whatever? But instead of doing this and looking at the ref or whatever, find out where the ball is. And also, it was Warbrick is the one that hit it.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Yeah,
it was a penalty.
If the Broncos kicked it away, then it's not a penalty. Yeah, if it was the Broncos, but it was Warbrick that smacked it away, and it was literally sitting a metre behind the dead ball line. So
I just can't believe the Storm gave away 3 penalties where Walsh could kick a goal.
Yeah, I know, craziness.
It was before that intercept, it was 3 tries all.
Yeah, I know. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So let's talk about the Storm.
Yep.
Look, it's the 14 errors that I'm just going, fuck. Talk about, this is the negative of how they've played all year. And I copped so much shit from Storm fans, during the middle of the year going, this is not good enough. Yes, they're winning games, but this will bite them in the arse. And then they had this month of footy where I was like, okay, they've sorted it out, where they turned into more of a grindy side. Now, defence was outstanding. But it's come back to bite them in the arse in this game. Now, granted, yes, it didn't mean anything to the Melbourne Storm. I get all that.
But I thought it would have meant something after they got pumped by Roosters.
Yeah, for sure. But if they got beaten, that'd be fine. It's the 14 errors that is just what the hell is that? Look, I am definitely getting less confident about the Storm, but I still believe they'll be able to turn it around. Now, Hughes out. I've always said without Hughes, I don't think they can win the comp, but I want to see them with Harry Grant back in the side.
Yeah.
So I just need to see him with Harry Grant back in the side, because if Harry Grant played last night, he's worth 12 points. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it probably would have been a very close game that went either way. And so I need to see Harry Grant back in the side. But geez, those two kind of. So the Dan Ganane said on the call last night, no team has lost the last 2 games of the season and gone on to win the premiership. I know it's a very niche stat, but it's still a stat.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's still a stat.
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah.
I would have thought losing the last 2 games was
happened before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but winning a premiership is so the probability is so small when you think about it. Like over 25 years, we've had 25 winners. Like and how many games of footy has there been?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we haven't had 25 winners. Sorry, we had 25 winners, but some of them been the same team.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. About the Storm, I reckon it's probably Nelson's last game for the Storm. He did come back on and he was outstanding when he came back on. But with just how weird it's all been, he's gets named on the extended bench and, I don't know what's going on. And then just that tackle was just so silly. Like, to launch in like that with his arm down. Like, I know he's trying to pull off a big hit, but with how much he's been sin-binned and how many penalties he gave away, surely you just go, you know what, I'm going to go into this game, just get through my work.
Well, it's complete deja vu. This happened in the prelim last year off the kickoff and he got suspended.
So if they make the grand final, essentially, he probably will miss both. He's got 3 games.
Yeah, so he's out.
He would be... Yeah, so he's out. You're right. Yeah, he's out. So that's 2 grand finals.
They'll fight it for sure.
But even if... they'll fight it. Yeah, you're right. But if he takes early, he'll be 3.
Yeah.
So 2 grand finals in a row you've missed because you've hit someone in the head.
And they weren't 50... No one's here saying...
There's no one 50-50. That was look, I wouldn't have wanted to be a send-off, but it was pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
That was launching shoulder direct into their head. And so I just think that this Melbourne Storm have already kind of showed how frustrated they are probably with Nelson. And maybe Nelson's frustrated with them too. So it could go both ways. But I think you'll probably find that he'll be somewhere else maybe next year.
Yeah, I think so.
I just think so. And look, he'll probably go kill it. No, it's Nelson. He's a gun. He's a gun. But I just think it just seems like there's too much has happened.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like a comfortable relationship at the moment.
One of those things where kind of like Brooks with the Tigers, they just both. It would be better for everyone if we both just leave.
It's a good comparison. Obviously not the same Brooks as in regards to how negative it got, but you're right. It probably just is better at both. Might even be a bit of a Terrell May situation. Now, granted, there wasn't any tension, but the Roosters, they went on to get White, which kill it, and Terrell May went on to kill it. Maybe Nelson will go somewhere else and kill it as well.
Oh yeah, I reckon he will. He's a beast.
So I reckon that. In regards to Hughes' injury, far out, bro.
How did it even happen?
Oh, man.
Passing the footy.
I will say, this is hindsight. But you got to wonder, was it worth playing him? I know it's hindsight. I get it. I would have played him, so I'm not pretending But when I think about it after it happened, I go, the Broncos were always going to target that right side for the Melbourne Storm. That's their weakest spot. And literally, the first try the Broncos scored was Payne Haas running straight at Jerome Hughes. And you just wonder,
I've been thinking about this all morning. I would have played him, 100%.
Yeah, I would have too.
But now I'm thinking, if I can do some foresight, is it worth playing Cleary tomorrow? Is it?
Is it? I guess they probably want to get a win heading into finals, but fuck. It's just
I guess a win does mean, not really
for the Panthers. Not really. Toto and Martin are playing.
Yeah.
And so I would have played him, but you just wonder, it didn't matter for the Melbourne Storm. The only thing that mattered was obviously getting some games together, but it's a tough one. And look, the thing is, it wasn't his shoulder. It wasn't like a recurring injury. It was just a freak accident.
Yeah.
But I know it's hindsight, but you probably look back at that and go, you know what? It was a pointless game for us. It didn't matter to us whether he didn't play or not. We didn't have Harry Grant. We rested Stefano, I'm pretty sure. It's a tough one. So Pappy is out. I don't think he would have been dropped, but geez, he's had some pretty poor games recently, Pappy. He still affects the game and he still has try assists and tries, but he's just got a few errors in his game recently. Even the start of the game, that offload was just totally not on. That's so un-Pappy-like. It's so un-Storm-like. So
I wonder, because again, I wouldn't drop him either because it's Pappy and he's won a Clyde. He's a big game player, but he's been out of form and I'm still shocked. I keep rereading this article to make sure he actually is out next week. He is. I swear it said Cat 2, but whatever. What if Farlogo kills it and they're in a prelim? What happens?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I think what happens is Pappy comes back in. But you're right. Like he's a bit out of form, and it's a little concerning. Things just are unraveling the tiniest bit for Melbourne, which is it just sums up their year. They've been patchy all year, and things have been happening like a little bit, and I don't know. They're weird. Like I don't know. Do they deserve to be premiership favourites still? I don't know. I don't think so.
It's a tough. I had them as premiership favourites before this game, but geez, after watching that, it's just a tough because like. Yeah, you could argue with 2 minutes to go, the Broncos hadn't fully put them away yet.
Oh, they're not favourites. The Raiders are favourites now.
Yeah, wow, okay. Like you could argue that the Broncos should have put them away, but like at the same time, I did feel like Broncos controlled that game for most of it. Like even though the Storm actually had better field position for a lot of it, I just felt Broncos were in control. Like the amount of times that the Storm attacked the Broncos line and they had nothing. Like they genuinely had nothing. And that's what I was like, bro, in the one area where they've just been better than everyone else, which is attack, they're clunky.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because they're missing Harry Grant, I'm not sure, but the Storm are better than that. Look, I'm not losing faith just yet.
No.
I'm not losing faith. But yes, people are going, oh, you fucking question the Storm now? Yes, I am questioning the Storm now. Like, I need to see Harry Grant back in the side. We have to remember Harry Grant is one of the best hookers we've ever seen. You just never know this could be his moment. We've seen how good they play when he's there. These last 2 games he hasn't played. So just need to see that. And guys, this team has Cameron Munster in it.
Yeah.
You know, this guy just fucking does crazy shit all the time.
Yeah.
So
it'd be silly to write him off, but facts are facts. They've been patchy this year.
Yeah, they have. They really have. And so, this is not a told you so, guys, at all. Because I was actually on I think the Storm are premiership favourites towards the back end. But it just shows you, guys, I don't say this shit because I hate a team. I'm saying it just because of what I see. And unfortunately, at the moment, it's coming back to bite them. That patchiness is just coming back to bite them a little bit. But hopefully they can turn it around. Listen, if anyone can, it's Bellamy, it's Harry Grant, it's Cam Munster. Stefano's been their best front rower at the back end of this year, so he comes back in as well.
I'm still tipping them to beat the Dogs. And if they win, they're in a prelim. So,
and then you just, like, you never know what will happen. Jeez, I tell you what, as a Broncos fan, I hope that they land on the other side and they play the Penrith Panthers, so one of them knock each other out. It's so good.
Yeah, true.
Could you imagine if it's like a Broncos-Raiders grand final?
I was thinking that after I said they were the best teams of the 90s and they never got their grand final. Like, imagine if this is it. Like, they finally get to play each other.
That'd be so fun, bro. Like, I do love the whole Penrith Panthers 6th grand final in a row. I do love the Storm's dominance, but just 2 different teams in a grand final, it would just breathe life into the grand final, I think. And that's no knock on these teams. It's actually a compliment with how dominant the Storm and Penrith have been. But if we could just get 2 different teams in the finals where it's the Dogs and Raiders, or it's the Roosters and Raiders, the Sharkies and Raiders, the Warriors and Raiders, or Warriors and Dogs, the Warriors and Broncos. If we could do that, I just think it'll just breathe life. I think it'll be one of the bigger grand finals if it's 2 new teams, I think.
Especially the Raiders, I think.
Yeah.
Like the Raiders.
It's everyone's favourite second team, the
exactly, yeah. And like the Dogs to an extent, but differently. The Dogs definitely isn't everyone's second favourite team. People hate the Dogs.
They've got a huge
but it's
fan
their
base.
fans that make it cool.
Imagine Bulldogs Broncos.
Oh.
That'd be the biggest. That might be the biggest fucking grand final ever with the fan bases they both got.
Yeah, true.
Far out. But yeah, listen, great game. It just so happy for the boys. They deserve this. They deserve this moment. Now it's about backing up. Now, this chat was brought to you by Ashley Mazda and Luke Camilleri. Make sure to give him a follow, guys. Give him a follow on LDC_01 and also give him a message. Discounts on new and used cars that you can only get if you're a part of the Bloke community. You cannot get it anywhere else, and you only can get it if you message him and follow him on Instagram. Take you 2 seconds, press that follow button, give him a message, get into Ashley Mazda, guys. They're the best. They are truly the best service in the country when it comes to cars. And I know that because I bought both my cars from them. They've been outstanding. I bought it years ago. They still call me, ask me if I need anything. They are the best in the business. Give Lukey, support him because he's supporting the platform. And we always try to help. We always try to support partners of the show, guys. So if you need a car, he is the man to speak to. Give him a follow on Instagram. Alrighty, Cam Smith. Blake Glean is reportedly interested in bringing Cam Smith into the Knights as assistant coach if he is promoted to head coach. Can I be honest? I have to be honest here. Nah. How about no? How about no? What? we're talking about Cam Smith here, as if he's going to come and be an assistant coach at a club that's like fighting for the wooden spoon. How about no?
Do you reckon this is a
Very weird.
tactical ploy to like just from Blake Green's camp saying I'm doing something to kind of get the old boys on side? Maybe, I don't know. Cam Smith is not. Look, I'm not going to speak for Cam Smith, but he lives in the Gold Coast and has a pretty good life.
Listen.
Not that Newcastle's bloody sick as well. I love Newcastle.
Listen, I consider Smithy a friend. Like, obviously, you know, we're not best mates or anything like that, but I consider him a friend and felt like I got to know him pretty well in the captain's run. I just, like, respectfully, I feel like he's better than an assistant coach to a club that's about to potentially win the spoon. Like, it's Cameron. Like, Smithy would go to a top-tier club. If, like, he wanted to be an assistant coach, he'd go to a top-tier club. But we're talking about Cam Smith here. He walks straight into a head coaching role if he wants it. Like, it's Cameron Smith.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I couldn't believe reading this article. I'm going, are we thinking of the same Cameron Smith? Like, if he was going to walk into a team that's bottom four, he's walking in as a head coach.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine Cam Smith being an assistant coach at a bottom tier
Not
club?
for the Knights, like for Melbourne maybe.
Melbourne Storm, maybe, maybe like Penrith Panthers. But even then, probably not even Panthers. Like, probably only the Melbourne Storm that I'd see him as an assistant coach. Outside of that, Cam Smith is a head coach. Like, he would walk straight in. You're telling me essentially the smartest mind in rugby league is going to walk in and be an assistant coach? Like, I just don't see it.
I see him more as a rep coach. Even.
Yeah, a rep coach. And like, mate, he's got such a great life up at the Gold. He's got a lovely family he spends a lot of time with. And why would he want to be assistant? Like, yeah, so respectfully. And look, there's no quotes, I don't think, in this article. No. So maybe it did come.
Yeah.
But like, dribble.
Yeah.
Absolute dribble.
It could literally be maybe I'll reach out to him.
Yeah, maybe it is. So I don't know. Blake Green might have nothing to do with it in his camp. It might have been the biggest beat up ever. I think it is a beat up, like absolute dribble to suggest, we might get the greatest ever player to be the assistant. What? What? Cameron Smith? Fuck. He's going to be a head coach if he wants a job. Like for example, let's say Cam Smith went to the Cowboys and said, I want to take over. You reckon they wouldn't take that offer?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Imagine they said, nah, you can be an assistant.
You can be an assistant to Peyton, who actually has done something in the NRL. If he went to the Gold Coast, you reckon the Gold Coast were going to knock back Cam Smith as a head coach?
The Gold Coast would do anything to get Cam Smith as a head coach.
That's what I mean. So bizarre, the article. So bizarre. Like, fuck. We're talking about Cameron Smith. Like, anyway, fuck. Don't forget, guys, codesports.com.au/bloke. Enter redemption code bloke. You get access to a massive discount, guys. And like earlier, support people that support us. Massive thank you to Code Sports. They're with us for the next 12 months as well, guys. And that's all thanks to you guys. So show them some love. Make sure to sign up. Use code bloke. Mark Nicholls, he'll play his 194th and final game on the weekend. 5. He's gonna be 5 short of the 200. Surely you just go to some club and just say, just give me 5. Give me 5 of the best.
He's still playing all right. Should have had another year.
Mate, what a bloody good career. A guy that probably told himself, mate, I'll be lucky to play one game. He's nearly up at the 200 club. What a good career.
Can I be honest? When he joined South, in his first bit of time there, I was off him. I was like, this guy is not good. This guy's not good at all. And then during his career at South, I think it might have been with Wayne.
Yeah, it was with Wayne. Him and Totola, he sat him down.
That was it, yeah.
And said, guys, I think you're first graders, and it changed his whole outlook.
He turned into this player at South who would make 150 metres a game and make 40 tackles and miss nothing.
Yeah.
And then every so often, he'd do something cool, like score a double against the Roosters where where his mate got that tattoo or whatever it was. The improvement from like when he started at South, and South was his third club, to when he left to go to the Dolphins, and he was one of the leaders in the Dolphins pack, was great. I was spewing when we lost him. I really was.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt this Marky Nicholls GOAT chat. I just realised that Payne Haas had 6 offloads last night. 6 offloads. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
He's not human, is he?
What the fuck? That's crazy. So Payne Haas had more. So the rest of the team had 3. So the Broncos had 3, had 6. And then the Storm had 1, 2, 4, 7, 8. So Payne Haas alone only had 2 less offloads than the entire Storm side.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
He's actually number 1 in the comp for offloads this year now. That's
Bro.
put him as number 1. He just
What?
took over Terrell May.
Like, just when you think, like, you heading into this year, like, Payne Haas's game is complete. Like, you don't need to add anything else, and then he adds an offload
Yeah.
to it.
So if you go on average, he's second. Jabe Carraz is first with 3.6. But yeah, Payne Haas, 3.1 offloads a game.
Fucking hell, bro. That's actually crazy. Yeah, so shout out to Marky Nicholls. Absolute legend of a bloke. Guys, don't forget, Daily is the menu log code, so DALY, for free delivery this week. Massive thank you as always to Menu Log. Also, guys, the Sub Dog. Subway relaunched the Sub Dog, but launched a full Sub Dog range. This is for an extremely limited time. Do not miss out on it, this new Sub Dog range. Get in, try your Sub Dog, guys. They're absolutely delicious. Massive thank you to KO as well. Watch all 8 games on KO this weekend. There's so much good content on KO, so sign up and have a look around. Kieran Foran, we've already spoken about it on the captain's run, but just shout out to Foz. Last game,
Yep.
Absolutely incredible. But algo check. What's the algo looking like, mate?
Ooh, great question. My algo, well, I don't know if it's my algo, but my like I sat down and read the newspaper this morning, as I do, just 'cause I'm so pumped for South Roosters, and this has been in my algorithm. Just the back and forth between South and Roosters this week has been not incredible because we knew it was going to happen, but just it's right on time.
Yeah,
right on time. Put it that way.
Okay, so what is the algo? Just South
and Roosters.
Okay, I'm trying to think what the algo is looking for me. A lot of scary, interesting stuff.
Oh yeah.
A lot of Young Thug prison tape stuff. Have you heard of it?
No.
So Young Thug, he's supposed to be like a gangster rapper.
Yeah.
Anyway, so basically what happened is this. So let's imagine he's a captain of a footy team. And he was the one that decided to give a young fella a debut. And that young fella's name was Gunner.
Oh yeah, I know Gunner.
And so Gunner is under his label. And they all got caught up in a RICO case. And so that's just basically like I'm pretty sure like a RICO case is like if you are even friends with people, like you get caught up in it like a gang or whatever. Anyway, so they get caught up in it. Now, Gunner is relatively new to the gang or whatever it's called, YSL, and Young Thug is essentially at the top of it, I think. Anyway, so he's relatively new to the gang or whatever, but he's just a musician. So they get all caught up, brought to prison, and so the street code is never snitch with your boys.
Yep.
Like, no, that's the street code. So Gunner gets offered a plea deal where basically he's facing like 15 years or something like that, and the government say, if you say that YSL's a gang, all you got to do is say YSL's a gang. You don't have to testify. You don't have to do anything, and you get out with just probation. So Gunner just said, yes, YSL's a gang. So anyway, he goes out. Everyone calls him a snitch because his whole crew, including Young Thug, are still in the clink.
Yep.
So everyone's calling Gunner a snitch. He puts his head down, just releases good music. He doesn't speak. He doesn't come out, doesn't whinge or anything like that. He just keeps putting out good music. Anyway, so Young Thug spends he gets out himself and spends a year like just fucking having a go at Gunner, calling him a snitch, all this kind of stuff. And so recently, tape got leaked of Young Thug allegedly snitching.
Oh.
And so this guy's been going around calling everyone, snitch this, snitch that, big gangster this, big gangster that. But not only that, whoever it is, like whoever at the prison, I don't know who it is, they have leaked all of his prison calls. So there's prison calls of him and the thing with prison calls is it tells you it's being recorded. So I don't know why he said all this shit.
Yeah.
Of him talking shit about all his mates, talking shit about Kendrick Lamar. So he's angry at Kendrick Lamar because Kendrick wouldn't give him a verse, which is like so entitled and weird. Like,
yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's way bigger than Young Thug. And saying like Kendrick will never be as good as Drake because Drake gives us features where Kendrick doesn't. He's talking shit about Latto, which is a female rapper. Like, so all of his prison conversations have gotten leaked. Also, a police chat of 2 hours long of him basically telling the police about certain stuff, saying to the police, give me a number, I'll call you, like just crazy shit. And so that's my algorithm at the moment. It's Young Thug is.
Wait, so how did Young Thug get out?
Well, that's the thing. Did he take a deal?
Yeah.
Did he take a plea? Like he took a plea because he's out, but he's like got 21 years probation or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So, so like it's just YSL was one of the biggest music kind of crews in Atlanta.
Yep.
And now they are just decimated, absolutely decimated.
Wow.
Everyone pointing fingers, calling each other snitches and that.
Far out. Such schoolyard shit, but it's like real
Mate.
life gangs.
Yeah, listen, I will say, listen, bro, don't claim to be a street dude if you're just not, bro. Just don't. If you want to claim you're a street guy, you have to live by that. Otherwise, you're just a phony. You're using the credit of sacrifice that other street dudes have done.
Yep.
You're using their badge of honor without living that life. It's not cool to live that life, obviously, but there is a certain honor among thieves per se.
Yeah.
And there are some street people that are more honourable than fucking cops and more honourable than the government. But it's not a good life. You'd rather get on the straight and narrow, get your money, don't worry about all that stress. But if you are going to live that life, don't be fake. Don't be fake. So, yeah, don't put it this way. Don't release 20 songs saying how fucking real you are because when the pressure came, folded.
So what's Gunner doing now? Is he just...
Well, he's killing it. Now Gunner. But the funny thing with Gunner is... There was already a wider audience because, like, the thing is that most of, like, obviously there would be some of his audience that are street people, but most of your audience is probably, young white kids from across the world. They don't give a shit. They don't care. Like, or just young kids from any country, any race. They don't care about all that street stuff, especially because he wasn't like, Young Doug was the one that did it. All he did say was, and it's still snitching, don't get me wrong, in that world, but all he said is that YSL's a gang. They already knew YSL was a gang. But, like, most of Gunner's audience, they just want good music. It's like anything in life. Like, if your team loses 4 in a row, all of a sudden the world is ending. It's the worst team in the world. Everyone needs to get sacked.
Yep.
You win 2 games in a row, it's the best in the world. People only care about winning.
Yep.
That's it. Winning. Like, think about how many pop stars have done fucking rank stuff, but if they release good music, they get a pass. Look at R. Kelly. For so many years, people knew what this guy was doing, but because he could sing really well, we just went, oh, no, don't worry about it. Oh, no, go ahead. Like Michael Jackson's situation.
Yeah.
Like, some people think that he didn't do it. At the very least, it's fucking super weird.
Yeah.
But because he's so good at what he does, we just go, I don't want it. But if he was bad at what he does, he'd be fucking under the fucking jail.
That reminds me. Have you heard, the Eminem song Antichrist from the last album? Have you heard the 2005 version?
No, is it crazy? Did you like the new song he released? It was an old song, but he released it.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Did you like it?
Yeah, I actually didn't mind it. Yeah, I didn't mind it. It reminded me of a lot of old. Yeah.
Just look it up on YouTube. Actually, I can't even speak about it. It's so fucked up.
So rank.
Like, it's actually disgraceful.
Yeah,
and I love Eminem. I'll defend him, but it's like, thank God he didn't release it. It is bad.
Yeah, okay.
Michael Jackson heavily involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'll have to check it out. But yeah, I don't mind his new song because the thing with M, like, look, I understand why he needs to go lyrical, spiritual, miracle, honest. Like, I understand it. And sometimes I love it because you're just sitting there going, holy fuck, how did you do that? But I've got so much of it over the last 5 years. Now I enjoy more of him very simple telling a story. Like, simple raps, tell me a story. And that's actually why I didn't mind it's an old song, but he released it new. It's relatively simple raps just telling kind of a story. And that's why I like Mockingbird's good, Stan's good. It's because it's like the storytelling that he does. And so that's the one area where, and he does release some songs like Headlights and, there are a few songs where he, tells a story, but that's the kind of music I want from him now is more storytelling. Because it's like, bro, you're the best rapper in the world. Like, no one comes close. Like, even Kendrick can't beat, in my opinion, Eminem in a lyricism battle. And like, I know there are some people that go, there's all these underground rappers that are better lyrically, but no one mixed the both the way Eminem did. Like, no one made the #1 pop record in the world that was also really good at rapping. Like, for example, I think Rap God made it into the Hot 100, maybe the top 10 or whatever. That is just pure rap.
It's rhyme masterpiece.
That's not a pop song,
Yeah.
but Eminem is so good at it. And that's what makes Kendrick so great. Early in Kendrick's career, he couldn't do it. He was just a lyrical miracle, but it was too underground. And what made him so great is he, To Pimp a Butterfly, and so Section 80, To Pimp a Butterfly, and what's the other one? Fuck. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm forgetting this now. Moral and the Big Steppers, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, and there's fucking one more. Anyway, what was so great about that? It was a deep rap album, but a palatable rap album for the masses. Sorry?
Good Kid, Mad
Oh my God, I can't believe I remember. Fucking a classic album.
Yeah.
So there are rappers in the underground that can rap like Kendrick, but they can't put it in a palatable, and maybe they don't want to put it in a palatable serving. But that's what separated Kendrick from everyone is he made this absolute artistic masterpiece, but the average person could get access to it, could understand it from a certain degree, not fully because they haven't lived it. But anyway, alrighty, that's us done and doosted. Make sure to grab your Grumpy coffee, guys. Beautiful, beautiful coffee. Supports the platform. Aussie footy shorts as well, shout out. And if you need a car, give Lukey a message, LDC_01 on Instagram, and that's the only way you get the deal. Tips quickly. Manly Warriors, who you got?
Manly.
Yeah, I hope Warriors, but Manly.
Well, Warriors, they're not playing for anything now.
True. I got DCE 2 or more for $31.
Yeah, that's good.
It's down to like fucking 10
Yeah,
or
I looked yesterday. It's gone down heaps.
Sydney Roosters, South Sydney 410.
Yeah, they've blown out. I'm going South, obviously.
Yeah.
I've never tipped Roosters against South, but yeah.
I think Roosters will be too much. Dragons, Panthers.
Panthers.
Titans, Tigers.
Titans.
Doggy, Sharks. I'm going Sharks. Upset.
They got nothing to play for now either. Although actually neither of them do. What a dead game that is now.
Yeah,
Probably
sucks.
Probably Dogs.
Dolphins, Raiders.
Hopefully South beat Roosters and then Dolphins beat Raiders to knock out Roosters.
Could you fucking imagine, bro?
I'll never say I feel sorry for Roosters fans, but like South fans are so, because it's like we got nothing to lose tonight. Like if we get pumped, who cares? Roosters fans who usually would be pumped and nervous for the game would just be nervous because it's like they've got everything to lose.
Yeah,
Like if they beat South, they're meant to beat South.
Yeah.
But like they could, it'd be diabolical for them. So it's good.
Eels, Knights.
I reckon Knights getting the spoon. I reckon Titans are going to beat Tigers and Eels get
Okay. Alrighty, we're done and doosted. And as always, we'll go fuck ourselves. Thank you.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.